Nancy Pelosi issues unbelievable statement about shot Scalise in midst of public mental breakdown. The United States is still reeling from the violent attack on United States politicians when they were practicing for a charity baseball game. The shooter apparently had a personal vendetta against Republicans specifically, and decided to take it out on them by using firearms. He targeted the Republicans who were at the park, even though there was a mixed bag right around the corner he could have chose from. He even double-checked to make sure he'd be shooting up the right group. Some of the nearby Democrats had the natural and human response to pray and reach out to try and help those who were under fire, while still others have tried to make a political stepping stone out of this atrocity. While most of us hope that everyone is okay and anyone who incited this kind of activity at least mends their ways, some of those who might not have been the biggest fans of those targeted may have less than pure intentions. I'm not sure if you've heard of a Freudian slip, but it's basically where you're trying to understate or diplomatically say something, and your real meaning slips out instead. That seems to be what happened to California Representative and longtime Democratic loudmouth Nancy Pelosi when she was talking about the attack on the representatives. Despite the fact that Majority Whip Steve Scalise was shot but is in stable condition at the hospital, Pelosi seems to be trying to put him in the ground prematurely. Via the Blaze. House Minority Leader Nancy Pelosi, Democrat California, made an embarrassing flub Thursday while attempting to speak about her injured colleague, Representative Steve Scalise, who is still in critical condition after the baseball practice shooting. "Our hearts are broken over the assault that was made, really, on all of us," she said, but personally heartbroken over at what happened to Steve Scalise. Our colleague. Pelosi appeared to begin to say Scalise's death, when he is very much still alive, but being treated for his heinous injuries. She made the comments to reporters at the Capitol Hill Thursday. "Our thoughts and prayers are with him and Matt Mika," she said, as they continue with the care that they need, but also as we do pay tribute to them, identify with them. "Use all of our energy, just like sports," she continued, "and all your energy for them to get well. We all have to pray and identify with their concern." The MedStar Washington Hospital Center released a statement updating the condition of Scalise, who was shot in the hip Wednesday during a GOP congressional practice in Alexandria, Virginia. The shooter was shot and killed at the scene by Capitol Police. Earlier today, Congressman Steve Scalise underwent a second surgery related to his internal injuries and a broken bone in his leg, the statement read. He remains in critical condition, but has improved in the last 24 hours. The congressman will require additional operations, and will be in the hospital for some time. At the request of the family, we will continue to provide periodic updates. Possibly even worse than the slip-up, that could easily be brushed off as a memory loss, is that she made her fake grief even more apparent when she was trying to cover for it. It seems like someone with warm blood running through their veins would have said something like "thankfully not dead" after a slip like that, but she just pretended to be overcome with emotion. It's bad for her, but it's kind of a good reminder for the optimists among us who might want to believe that these sentiments were genuine. Either way, this should go on the list of worst recoveries in the history of bad press conference recoveries. Sadly, Pelosi is one of the tragic examples of why this country desperately needs term limits. This woman was born in 1940, meaning she was alive for most of the Second World War. That's a long time. People grew up wearing poodle skirts long. She's probably considered to have done well by the people who like what she's doing, and if I could offer some genuine, friendly advice, she needs to quit while she's ahead. I know that retirement might be scary, but it can't be as scary as a video compilation as what I'm about to show you guys. Pelosi is racking up more and more public appearances that highlight her incoherence. Here's one such response when she gets overly confused about the border wall. Okay, let's get something a little bit further from home, maybe she can keep that straight. Here she is showing her political prowess on international issues. Well, it's a confusing topic and the names sound a little alike. I think there's even a country song where they mention getting those mixed up. Maybe we need to move on to something more specific, like presidents that she served under. Here's her getting all muddled about who is president now and who was president a decade ago, given that's probably like a blink in the span of her lifetime, but still. Yeah, those names don't sound alike at all. The woman is just straight up confused. Okay, lest you think I'm picking on a little old lady, I'm not trying to say that she's doing anything abnormal for someone who's closing in on 80. But maybe she shouldn't be representing the country like this. This is someone who's influencing national, and by extension, world policy, and she can't tell the difference between live and dead, Iraq and Iran, or President Trump and President Bush. Not an isolated incident, a pattern. Big difference.